events. So we have had a bit of a structural rechange this year. So it is changed somewhat. So what we've previously done is a 5-day live-in retreat, and that is a really amazing event, but it does require that time away from home and living in. So we've tried to respond to people's requirements, and now that we have this great facility, and break it into 2 3-day modules. So that's the plan going forward, and then people can stay in their own home and just come for the day and go back home. So the first 3-day event is the one that's coming up in October, and thank you, because I know some people are already registered for that. And basically, this is a difficult product to explain because gives so much, and I'll read some testimonials and we'll share some experiences later. But why I got involved in this is that I see clients one-on-one as a naturopath, and when people come to see a naturopath, you've got the time to hear about all of their life and to hear about their poor sleep or their poor relationships or their job that's not fulfilling or their health concerns. And then you've got to try and manage all of that and help them get some balance in all of those areas. And when people come in with a lot of issues, and you might have time to see them once a month, it takes a long time to get through all those issues. And what I found for me personally was that the counselling side of it and the meditation and the spiritual stuff, I often didn't have time to address all of that and their dietary requirements and their physical requirements. So when I stumbled, nothing happens by chance, across John, and he told me a little bit about what he had been doing, I embraced this really quickly because I saw this as a fast track so that a client could come in with all these complex issues, and I think, well, if they're willing to come and do the work of the Vasta event, they're going to sort a whole heap of this stuff out themselves. And what I would like more than anything is that most of my clients introduce them, get them sorted, and then I might see them once a year for a checkup. And then I would feel really, I don't want people to be dependent on me and think that they need to be seeing me forever and a day to maintain that balance point. So this was a way to offer an extension. So it's just really another line on the prescription. Right, okay, we're going to do this, this and this for your diet. We're going to do this for your exercise. We're going to do this for your physical ailments, and then we'll do this to accelerate everything. So that's why I really like having this as like a gold pass addition to what I do. And what I have seen happen over the 7.5 years, nothing short of incredible. I have seen transformations that are incredible to describe, and if you try to describe them, people think you're crazy. But I've literally been in the back of the room and seen the penny drop. I've literally seen someone stand up 5 minutes later and go, I get it. And they might have been sitting there for days, and then you just see that transformation happen. And I've seen people go from, one lady in particular who had 15 years of seeing the same counsellor, and she was driving 3.5 hours from her home for these visits for 15 years. And in the end, the counsellor sacked her and said, look, I don't want you to come and see me anymore because you don't do anything I say and we're not moving forward, and this is a waste of your time and mine. And then, as the universe does, she was introduced to this by somebody else. And this lady was pretty daunting. And I was like, oh, like I said, I used to panic and think, oh my goodness, that person's not going to get it. Oh, this isn't going to work for them. And of course, every time it does, because the people that are there are exactly the people that are meant to be there. Anyway, this lady came along and sat there. She was very shut down, and she was one where I saw the penny drop, and then she just completely transformed and she started smiling and all her aggressiveness evaporated, and she went home to completely rekindle a very poor marriage, fell in love with her husband again, got the house of her dreams that she'd been looking for years, just completely changed her life. So that's how dramatic it can be. So what is John actually teaching you? He's giving people tools for life. And I had this amazing epiphany this morning. I was in the shower, I was thinking about tonight, because that's the first moment I've had to think about it. And I went, oh, I've got it. So this is the first time I'm going to hear this analogy. This is the Thermomix for your life. Because my life's changed so much since I've had a Thermomix.
Define Thermomix for me.
Well, so a Thermomix is this device, German device, that replaces 14 kitchen gadgets, and it has 5,000 recipes in it. It's all digital, and you go do, and you can make anything, literally anything in a Thermomix. So I think what the Vasta events do is give you that toolbox, like a Thermomix, and you've got a tool for everything that you want to change or put attention to. So you can't make a decision, you've got a tool. You can't sleep, you've got a tool. If you want to manifest something, you've got a tool. You've got a headache, you've got a tool. So what John's philosophy is that using the meditative state to get the most bang for your buck. So rather than just using meditation as a deep, relaxing, re-energizing tool that we can all do, John uses meditation to program in a whole heap of other things, so that when we're in that alpha brain rhythm, the rhythm where we have logic and where we have our creativity and our rapid learning and our intuition, we can use that part of the brain to create all this amazing manifestation and healing and what have you. So most people's fear of meditation is they say, oh, I've tried that and I can't do it, or I can't stop my monkey mind, or it's not for me. Well, the thing is that meditation is for every single person, because we are spiritual beings having a human experience, not the other way around. We're not human beings trying to be spiritual. We are the opposite. So when we say meditation's not for me, we've just got layers and layers on that onion that's shutting us down. So when you come along and you get guided into that part of your brain and accessing the magic, those layers start to come off. Now, for some people that can be very, very rapid, and other people it's just day by day. Each day they do a guided meditation, a little bit more unravels. So it is experiential, and that's what I really like, because I'm sure that everyone here has read lots of books. So you can pick up a book and you can read the book and you can say, yeah, that's great, yeah, I need to do some work on that, and that sounds really good. And then you turn the page and, oh yeah, no, yep, that sounds good. Oh yeah, you could do with that, yeah. But it's all gathering knowledge, but it's not implementing action. So when you come along to this event, you're not going to have that option to say, well, I'm not going to do that. Because as John explains a technique, then he talks you into a meditation and programs it in. And as he explains an area that we want to delve into, you're doing it. So that's why you come away transformed in 3 days, is because you actually did the work. So it is a workshop. It is not a seminar where you sit back and listen to information that then you have to go away and enact. You're enacting it there and then as we do it. And each day builds on the day before. So the experience gets greater and greater and greater as you go along, and it gets easier. And people have turned up to this who have never meditated for a millisecond. People turn up with massive addictions, and they're addicted to coffee, they're addicted to alcohol, they're addicted to cigarettes, they're on prescription drugs, whatever it is, but he still has this amazing ability to get them into that alpha state and start accessing that part of the brain. So yes, you're going to learn to meditate. Yes, you're going to get Thermomix for life skills. Yes, you're going to do the work while you're here. And, you know, I think for me John's been doing this for over 35 years, is he just has that knack of delivering this information in a very simplistic, easy way to understand that everyone gets. He does not use big words like neuro-linguistic reprogramming and all of those things, even though he might be using that technique. He'll just say, I'm going to help you access your supercomputer in your brain. So we've had, since I've been involved, people as young as 9 years of age do the 2-day weekend. And that little 9-year-old boy, every time John said, right, sit up nice and straight, uncross your arms and legs, close your eyes, he just dropped straight in and just did everything. And I would watch him and he might be drawing or squiggling and you think he's not taking it in, and then he would go and ask a completely relevant question. So you don't need any level of education, you don't need any level of experience, and it's not age specific. So sometimes people are doing it for memory improvement and academic improved performance, and we've got lots of examples of that, of Year 12 students that have come along, learned how to program for the ATAR they want, learned how to improve their memory, and then every single one of them's nailed it. And my daughter was one of those. She came along and she programmed that she wanted 99.95 as her ATAR because her older sister got 99.9 and she wanted to pip her. And she got 99.8 and she thought, oh, what happened here? But then when she got her offer at a different university, within a couple of days she realised that was meant to be, because she had her own identity in a different state and she was never going to be under her sister's shadow, and they're both in different states. So yes, it's the Thermomix of life. It's easy, it's great fun, there's lots of different things. Like, it doesn't get repetitive because he gives you so much information that you're not thinking, oh, we did that an hour ago. It's like just changing it all the way through the day. So the format here will be your refreshments and lunches will be included, and your manual, and we'll just be in this room, it'll be all set up and off we go. So we've got a bit more, so that's a really short version of it. I wanted to read a couple of testimonials for you, and then we're going to get some graduates to share as well, and then answer any questions. So I'm not going to do too many of these because they're all on our Facebook page or on the website. This person, she's a young girl, she's pretty articulate, so I'll read this one. So, over the weekend I took part in John Vasta 2-day vision seminar here in Mildura. Not what I expected. So you're getting more than this girl got in the 3-day one, because the 2 days has been replaced with 2 3-days. It was a mind-blowing experience where I learnt so many tools, simple ones too. We have no issue spending money on superficial things like getting nails, hair, tans done, or buying new clothes. But how often is it that you spend money on learning more about yourself to create change on an inner level, the level that actually creates beauty and happiness from within? No matter what your goals are in life, to be healthy, fit, lose weight, break a habit or pattern, stop procrastination, overcome anxiety or depression, have more love in your life, improve your memory, etc. You can seriously benefit from this knowledge. There was a 9-year-old, students in Year 12, business owners, men of all ages, and a whole range of individuals who each benefited dramatically. My brain already feels superhuman and supercharged. For me, it was one of the most deepest meditative experiences I've ever had. If I were you, I'd put yourself first and dive right into one of these retreats for the ultimate experience. So grateful for this, Heather and John. So she's a pretty good way with words. Another one. John's wealth of knowledge is something we are so blessed to have available to us. He will assist you in bringing you home to yourself and give you the tools to have the life you want, to desire, one of abundance, full of abundance, love, inner peace, satisfaction and joy. The hardest part is getting yourself there and making yourself a priority, so no more excuses, just do it. And I honestly believe that. And this is about anything. This is about turning up to the gym, to a yoga class, anything in life. The hardest bit is getting there.
Get there.
So just getting here tonight, congratulations guys. But that is, you know, the universe puts things in front of you when the time is right. But if you keep sort of knocking back the nudges, it has to nudge you a bit harder. So, you know, sometimes our intuition might knock with, oh, I really need to start exercising more, and you resist that. No, it's winter and it's too cold. And then somebody says to you, oh, would you like to come for a walk with me every day? Oh, yeah, I would like to, but no, it's too cold. So then the nudges get greater, and what becomes an intuitive nudge becomes physical. Oh, now I've got a really sore back, and oh, we can't go walking because my back's sore. So then you're starting to manifest physical, and then it'll keep going. And some people need to have a car crash or have a heart attack or have a major health scare before they take notice of what was being put in front of them, which is, hey, you need to change a few things, and I've got this great way for you to do it. But you've got to follow those nudges that we get. And if you think it's just for women, no, definitely not. This was a young man, and he said, I was incredibly surprised at the value this course added immediately to my life. I consider myself to be an average bloke and was very sceptical about the course and John's claims. However, I've come away energised, focused and ready to attack life with a whole new purpose. And this is quite common, where somebody comes along and then this young man, his mum registered him because she did the program. So sometimes it's like, a bit like you, Matt, you know, mum said, oh look, you'll really benefit from this. So, you know, he came, oh God, I've got to do this because mum said I have to. And then went, oh wow, there's lots of this here for me. So just trust that if this is in front of you, it's probably the right thing for you right now. And I've never had anyone say that they regretted it or found it, you know, an intimidating or not worthwhile experience. So the hardest thing is getting here in the first place. So, enough from me for a minute. So firstly, before we have a chat to some other people, questions, because sometimes you come with a specific question and until that's answered, you might be not able to take in what else is going on. Got any questions, Brian? No? Danny?
I don't think so. Sounds great.
Yeah, it is really good.
Wonderful.
So I've got, well, there's several graduates in the room tonight.
Sorry, 3. You said 2 times 3. So is it a 6 or a 3?
It's a 3
Yeah.
now in October, and then John will come back and do the next 3, which will only be available to the people who've done the first 3.
Okay.
So normally it was like a 5-day experience. So it's you do the vision component first 3 days, which is really about understanding how your brain works and how to access it and change it. And then once you've done that, then you come back and do the awareness 3 days, which goes much more into relationships and the more spiritual side of accessing that part of our brain.
October and then
Probably April. We haven't actually set the dates for the next 3, but probably April. Because we find that, you know, all that hot summer stuff, nothing happens, everyone's busy. So we'll be, and then plan will be that April he would offer vision again and awareness for the people who've done vision. Yeah.
Does the last day, the 6th day, include any of the stuff that was in the extended retreat? Maybe.
It will. What was the advanced retreat will become the 3rd module.
Okay.
So that will be another 3 days, which will be all that really advanced stuff.
I'm thinking out loud. Sometimes I have to. So because we did lots of stuff at night too. Yeah.
So that'll be all in the 3rd one, which will roll out next year.
No drama.
Yeah, so it'll be that same progression. It's just like any other course that you do. You sort of do this one first, then this one, then this one.
then is intended to be rolling. It's not, if we don't come now, it's never
No, that's right. Ongoing. Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So we've got to keep John working
I'll
a
go
bit
this
longer.
one.
Excellent.
No.
So what I would like to do now is I'm going to turn the camera around onto Simon, who did our last 5-day retreat, and he's just going to say a few words about what he received out of the experience.
Yeah, look, I went in with no expectations. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. Justine booked us in and we just turned up. And it was the most amazing experience I've ever had. So learnt so much, and then I actually was able to stay and do the extra couple of days and do the advanced retreat afterwards because I loved it so much. Justine and my daughter were there as well. They went home, and yeah, were kind enough to leave me there to do the extra. And yeah, I still use the tools that I learned. Yeah, try to meditate as when I can, when we've got time. But just little things, I think gratitude and little things that sometimes just get you through the day when you're having a bad day, which is really important. But yeah, changed my life. So,
Thank you, Simon.
thank you.
I'm going to take this now. What about you, Justine? Do you have any feedback you'd like to share with us?
I just, like Simon, I think it just changed our family and just appreciating everything that is around us more and just being more aware of everything. And if you, like Simon said, if you're having a bad day, it just really helps you to get through and realise what's important. So those tools you learn, it helps with stress, it helps with anything you could possibly want it to, and I think our family's better because of it.
Excellent. Thank you very much. All right. So, all right, we've just got one more bit to close this. So, the event is in Mildura on October 1st, 2nd and 3rd. Registrations are available on vasta.com.au, and we have left our early bird discount open till this Friday because we had to move tonight because of lockdown. So if you are still keen, we've got 2 days left to register, and that is $695 for the 3-day event, and that includes manuals and meals and refreshments. And after Friday, it will be the normal price, which is $895. So I hope we see some of you there. Places are limited to this beautiful venue, but it will be a really great experience. Thank you.